Chapter 4, Journey to the Depths.
Deep psychology.
What we talked about in the previous episode, the subconscious and the inner child, the secret connection between the subconscious and self-esteem, the subconscious and self-sabotage behavior, the subconscious and the origin of fears. How does the subconscious talk to dreams? The mind map of the subconscious and the mechanism of remembrance. We discuss the topics, and in this series we will continue. For those who haven't watched episode 3, I'm leaving the link below. You can watch it by clicking. If we are ready to listen to the reasons for our different deep thoughts, let's start our new series. In the meantime, your comments are valuable to us.
Dreams. The silent screams of the subconscious. The symbolic expression of thoughts that have never found words. Each night, our mind detaches from the external world and dives into an inner stage. Here, the laws of physics don't apply, nor does the linear flow of time. Dreams are reflections of suppressed desires, fears, past traumas, and intuitive glimpses of the future. Carl Jung's concept of the collective unconscious suggests that dreams are not just personal but also expressions of humanity's shared memory. Archetypes, the hero, the shadow, the Great Mother, appear in similar forms across cultures, indicating that the subconscious has both individual and universal dimensions. Modern psychology sees in dreams the traces of wounds that remain untreated, and the narratives waiting to be rewritten. In trauma therapies, analysing dreams serves as a vital bridge to reach the inner world of the patient. Sometimes dreams offer guidance, sometimes they simply reflect inner turmoil, but in all cases, they carry invaluable clues for anyone seeking to decode the messages of the subconscious. In our daily lives, many of the behaviours we repeat unconsciously are actually automatic programs coded by our subconscious. These codes begin forming in early childhood and eventually transform into habits that become part of our identity, waking up at the same time every day, taking the same route to work, reacting in the same way. These are all products of subconscious habits that operate without conscious thought. In an effort to conserve energy, the brain turns frequently repeated behaviours into routines and runs them on autopilot. But here's the critical truth. Our habits either build us up or break us down. Negative belief systems rooted in the subconscious. I'm a failure. I don't deserve this can lead to self-sabotaging behaviours over time. Once these thoughts are embedded, they shape actions in powerful, often unnoticed ways. Thankfully, the brain is capable of neuroplasticity. It can be rewired. With conscious awareness, we can overwrite outdated or harmful patterns and create new empowering habits. Meditation, mindfulness practices, positive affirmations, and repeated intentional actions are powerful tools in this reprogramming process. In essence, managing our habits means allowing the subconscious to write our future, but on our terms. We can either continue living by old codes, or become the architects of our own internal software. The subconscious doesn't speak in words. It communicates through symbols, images, and metaphors. Understanding this symbolic language is essential for decoding the hidden messages that lie deep within our minds. Dreams, instinctive reactions, sudden fears, or repetitive thoughts. All of these are expressions of the subconscious in its native symbolic form. Seeing a snake. For some, it symbolises fear. For others, transformation. Falling might signify a loss of control, liberation, or the fear of failure. Symbols hold different meanings based on an individual's history, culture, beliefs, and experiences. Therefore, the language of the subconscious is a personalised code. According to psychoanalytic theory, particularly in the works of Freud and Jung, dream analysis is key to interpreting the subconscious. Dreams are the hidden expressions of repressed desires and emotions. Jung introduced the concept of archetypes, universal symbols belonging to the collective unconscious, offering a more global lens for this inner language. Through these symbols, the subconscious reveals emotional needs, suppressed feelings, and unresolved traumas. Learning to interpret this symbolic language not only helps us understand ourselves better, but also opens the door to profound inner transformation. If we wish to truly know ourselves, we must first recognize the language our subconscious speaks. Because real healing does not reside in the conscious mind, but in the bridge we build with the subconscious. Why do we sometimes make mistakes we didn't intend? Why do we ruin opportunities, end meaningful relationships, or sabotage our own dreams? The answer often lies within our subconscious. Self-sabotage is the expression of subconscious beliefs that contradict the conscious desires of the mind. For example, no matter how much you want success, if deep down you believe success is dangerous or I don't deserve it, your behaviour may unconsciously steer you away from achieving it. This sabotage can take many forms: procrastination, constant excuses, trusting the wrong people, or making self-defeating choices. All are the subconscious mind's way of trying to keep you safe, because for the subconscious, safety means familiarity. Even if the familiar brings pain, it is preferred over the uncertainty of change. Criticism in childhood, past traumas, or conditional love can plant deep-rooted beliefs like, I'm not enough, I don't deserve to be loved, or bad things always happen to me. Over time, these beliefs become internal voices that silently sabotage our journey. But awareness is the master key. When we start identifying these subconscious beliefs, we can begin to question and transform them. It is possible to create a new inner voice, not one that sabotages, but one that supports and uplifts. Remember, sometimes your deepest enemy lives within, and you cannot change what you do not confront. The people, events, and experiences we encounter in the outside world, do they truly come from the outside, or are they reflections of what lies within? One of the most mysterious effects of the subconscious is known as the mirror law. Our inner world shapes our outer reality. Each of us holds subconscious beliefs, expectations, and emotions that influence how we perceive and experience the world around us. If someone deeply believes that people cannot be trusted, they are more likely to attract situations that validate that belief. The subconscious is a master at creating scenarios that affirm its internal programming. This influence goes beyond just relationships. Money, success, health, all of these are shaped by the mental blueprints held within the subconscious. If a person believes that money is evil or rich people are selfish, it becomes extremely difficult to create abundance in life. The subconscious functions like a projector, casting our inner world onto the screen of external reality, and we mistake that projection for the truth, but it's an illusion. To change the world around us, we must first transform the world within. Face yourself, recognize your limiting beliefs, and transform them with awareness and compassion. Remember, true change begins within and ripples outward. The subconscious does not speak in words. It speaks through symbols, images, and feelings. That's why many people miss its messages. While the conscious mind operates through logic, the subconscious processes through metaphors. Dreams are the most powerful evidence of this language. The images we see in our sleep are encrypted messages from the subconscious. For example, seeing water in a dream might indicate emotional matters, while falling might symbolize a lack of control. The language of dreams is personal, but also rooted in collective archetypes. Carl Jung's concept of the collective unconscious is one of the clearest demonstrations of how we all share a symbolic subconscious communication. The subconscious also uses daily synchronicities to send signals. Seeing the same symbol repeatedly, hearing a word multiple times, or a person suddenly appearing in your life, all can be messages from your inner world. Advertising and propaganda skillfully exploit the language of the subconscious. The design of a product, its colours, even background music, all are crafted to appeal to your feelings. Therefore, the language of the subconscious plays a vital role not just in personal transformation, but in social influence as well. Learning this language means becoming the master of your own mind. Listening to your inner guidance is the key to decoding your own life. The deepest layers of the subconscious are formed during childhood. The experiences, traumas, fears, and joys of those early years become the hidden codes that write the script for our adult lives. What a child hears, sees and feels, love, neglect, support, or rejection, all shape their subconscious blueprint. For example, a child who constantly hears "you can't do it" may grow into an adult who avoids risks and lacks self-confidence. On the other hand, a child who is excessively praised may develop high self-esteem or even a detached sense of superiority, which might not reflect reality. That's why returning to the inner child is a powerful step in personal growth. Understanding the wounds of that younger self, bringing repressed emotions to light, and confronting them allows for the subconscious to be reprogrammed. Family dynamics, parental relationships, communication styles, emotional availability play a crucial role in how a child perceives love, money, success, and self-worth. If you keep repeating the same relationship patterns, facing similar disappointments, chances are the root lies in your childhood programming. Remember, childhood is in the past, but its influence still shapes your present. To understand the subconscious is to take a journey through time, and sometimes, the biggest transformation begins with healing the deepest memories.